20 people have been killed in Lebanon in the latest explosions involving communication devices belonging to Hezbollah militants. Ambassador Rami Mortada, Ambassador of Lebanon to the United Kingdom, is with us. Hello, Your Excellency. Thanks very much indeed for joining us on the programme. Saudi Arabia's ambassador to the UK has warned that the Middle East is the closest it's been to regional war in 50 years. What's your view?
Indeed, he's right. I think Israel managed these recent days to reach a new ethical low through committing another war crime. This simultaneous and indiscriminate targeting of civilians, and it doesn't matter whether they're members of an armed group or civilians, amounts to a war crime according to the United Nations, because they did not have prior knowledge of the location of who was using these devices and of the surrounding of the devices, and yet they detonated 5,000 devices in Lebanon, which killed children, civilians, and people not associated with Hezbollah.
How surprised were you that they managed to carry out, supposedly Israel, we don't know, they haven't accepted it, a second attack within 24 hours?
Obviously, this is a very sophisticated intelligence operation, and this is typical pattern, behavioral pattern of Israeli warfare tactics. They've done it in the past. They've done similar war crimes in the past, and here they are doing it again and putting the region at the brink of an all-out war, which we have been trying to avoid for a year now. Unfortunately, we're faced with an Israeli prime minister who wants to put his country at a continual state of war, to put off the risk of the fall of his coalition and facing corruption charges at court. So the whole region is hostage to Mr. Netanyahu's political fate.
Every single day missiles are fired by Hezbollah, though, into Israel, aren't they? Israelis not safe in their own homes. What can be done to try to stop that?
Exactly. We have to reverse this trend and de-escalate. The mediators, mainly the Americans, were heavily mobilized, and we were all looking forward for these negotiations on a ceasefire in Gaza in order for immediately and simultaneously start on a de-escalation scheme on the southern borders of Lebanon. And the signs were promising in that regard, but unfortunately the Israeli government is doing its utmost to undermine the ceasefire negotiations in Gaza through expanding the war and putting the whole region on the brink of an all-out war, which will spare no one. Everyone will be hurt in such a war.